Hey everyone, welcome back to Pepcoding. So in this video, we are going to solve a new question of stats, which is design hit counter. Design a hit counter which counts the number of hits received in the past 5 minutes, that is the past 300 seconds. So what we have to count? We have to count the number of hits which are received in the past 5 minutes. And your system should accept a timestamp parameter in seconds granularity, and you may assume that calls are being made to the system in chronological order. That is, timestamp is monotonically increasing, it is not decreasing ever. Several hits may arrive roughly at the same time, and we have to implement the hit counter class, which is given here, right? Then hit counter initializes the object of the hit counter system. Void hint, this function, void hit. This function records a hit that happened at timestamp in seconds. Several hits may happen at the same timestamp. And the next function, which is get hits, it returns the number of hits in the past 5 minutes from timestamp, that is the past 300 seconds. So let's do a thing. Let's do it for this test case. Okay. Let's take it to our open board. Yeah. So let's first discuss about the question, what we are given. We are basically given a timeline. We are given a timeline, right? And the range of this timeline would be from 1 to 2 into 10 raised to power 9. This is basically in seconds. From 1 second, then 2 seconds. So we are given for this test case, basically only two events can happen: hit and get hits. So only these two events can happen in this timeline. So what does let's do it for this test case. We have hit 1. So in 1 second, one hit occur. Then in second, for the 2 seconds, the second hit occur. Then for the 3 second, the third hit occur. For 4th second, get hits event occur. So we have your 4 get hits. Now what this function do? Get hits returns the number of count in of hits which occurred in the past 5 minutes. Past 5 minutes. So it would be in seconds, it would be 5 into 60, which is past 300 seconds. Right. So if we want to check for 4 seconds, including 4, what we can have, the time range would be 4 minus 300 plus 1 including itself. So it would be minus negative of something. So this much negative cannot be in this timeline. So what will be the answer? It will check from the time range 1 till 4, right? So if we can see from 1 till 4th, how many hits happened? Let's see. First hit, second hit, third hit. Then 4th, this is get hits. This does not contribute in the hits count. This only returns the count of number of hits during past 5 minutes. So for this, the answer would be 3. It would return 3. Now, next, a hit occur in the 300 second. So we have 300 somewhere here and a hit occur here, right? Then the get hits occur in 300 at the same time only. So at the same time, both the events can occur, and maximum till 300 times, like 300 times hit can occur in the same second. So we would have get hits also occurred here. So 2 events occurred here. Now hit occurred, okay, but get hits occurred, it would want the number of count in the past 5 minutes. So if you want the number of count, let's calculate the duration in which we can give the number of hits. So 300 get hits, including 300, we want the range, it would be 1, right? So from 1 till 300. How many number of hits occurred in this duration? We have to return that number, return that count. So we have 1, then 2, then 3. Fourth one is get hits, then we have 4. So this would return 4, right? Then we have get hits 301. We have 301 here, and get hits event occurred, right? So what will this give? First, let's check the range again. For 301, including 301, we will have the time range as 300 minus 300 plus 1, it would be 2. So from 2 till 301. How many time hit occurred? So we have 1, then we have 2, then we have 3, then we have 4. So 4 hits occurred from 1 second till 301 seconds. But now for 301 seconds, we want from the past 5 minutes. So it would be in the range 2 till 301. So we would exclude this and we would include from 2, 2, 3 and this 300th one. So the count would be 3, right? So it would return 3, right? So it would return these 3 values for this test case, right? And after this, it was written exit. So yeah, this was the basic question, what we have to do. Now let's see how we can do this. Okay. So let's suppose we are given the hits, like it occurred for 1, then 5, 7, 300, right? Hits occurred, and like hit, 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 and here get hits also occurred. So what we would do is we would have 2 also hit. So we would have a data structure in which we are adding add last is going on. So we would have 1, 2, 5, 7, 300. So we would have these all events which occurred. So if we are said that we want the value, we want the count for get hits at 300 second. So 300 minus 300 plus 1, which will be 1, right? From 1 till 300, it would return all the values. It would return 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It would return 5, right? But if we are given given 301 here, 301, and here get hits function occurred, right? So what we would do, we will make a window in the value range, right? So 301 minus 300 plus 1, it would be 2, right? From 2 till 301. So this window will return an answer 2, 5, 7, 300. So this would be an answer. Now for the making the space less, for this making it optimized, we would remove the unrequired things. Like for hits, they are gradually increasing, right? And get hits also gradually increasing. They are never decreasing. They are only at the same point, or else they would be increasing. There is no backward or there is no decreasing thing. So they would be forward, they would go forward only, not backward. So unrequired items which are not required, we would remove them to, so that this would be more optimized. Why taking space if we don't want these values? Why these are taking our data structure space? So what we would do is, we would, like, if we are given here 400 and this is hit and we have get hits, right? So we would have from 400 minus 300 plus 1. So it would be 101. So it would be 301. From this window till this window only. So yeah, this would be our answer. We would remove this. This would be removed from here. So basically, let me tell you one more time what we are doing. We are making a DQ because both these works can be done by a DQ. So we would add from here, add last, and we would remove from here. So this can be done using array DQ. So yeah, we have a timeline. Let's say 1, 2, 5, 10, 200, 300, 400, 700, 800, right? So let's say hits, hit, 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 and get hit also occurred here, right? So we would have all these because of hits 5, 10, 200, 300, 400 in an array DQ, because this is adding all the values of hits. So if we want to return the value for 400 second, 400 minus 300 plus 1, it would give from 101, right? From 101 till 400, right? So it would make a window from this only these values will be returned, and these value will be removed, right? So this would be our answer. So let's suppose we want to give answer here. Get hits. It would have 700 minus 300 plus 1 from 401 till 700, right? So let's say hits occurred here also. So we have only 700 here. This would be our answer. And till this, these will also get removed. If these values are not required in our count, then why should we make them take space of our DQ? So adding is going on from here and removing is going on from here. So those values, those counts which are not required in our time range, we will remove them and have our answer only to take place of in this DQ. So let's see how we can code this, right? Okay. So first, let's make a DQ. Array DQ of integer type, right? And give it a name Q. Let's initialize it in this public hit counter. So we would have Q equals to new array DQ. Right. So we are given a function hit where we have to record a hit. What we would do is Q dot add this timestamp which is given in seconds. Right. And after this, we'll check the start. Start equals to timestamp minus 300 plus 1. So as to we want to check the duration in which we have to check for the get hits, right? Next step would be while our Q dot peak is less than start, right? Start should be greater. What we would do, we would remove Q dot remove. Right, the same thing we have to do in get hit also. We have to first check for the start, while q dot peak is less than start, q dot remove, and then we have to return q dot size, because we have to return the number of hits in the past 5 minutes. So we'll return the size. Let's run this code and see if it's correct or not. Accept it. Let's submit this code. Okay, so correct answer. One more thing, how you can optimize this code more is this code won't work for the infinite values. Like if we are given for 1, hit occurred, hit occurred, hit occurred for infinite times. This is not the question. The constraint is that the event can occur on maximum for 300 times. So let's suppose hit occurred for 100 times. So we can't store, wait, in the array DQ, in the DQ, we can't store 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 for 100 times, right? We can't store them. What we can do to optimize this is we would make a pair class of the value that the hit occurred and the count would be 100. So if hit occurred for 101th time, for one more time hit occurred, and so it would be 101, right? So if hit occurred for 200 times here only, then only we have to increase the value of count, nothing else. 200. So by this we can optimize our code, and the space would be taken less if we make a pair class. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful to you and I was clear with the concept. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you so much.